How to pick the best fantasy football keepers. Are you ready to make the best choices for your fantasy football keepers? Picking the right players can set you up for success in your league. Let's break down how to make those selections wisely. First, you need to understand the rules of your keeper league. Different leagues have different guidelines. Some allow you to keep players without losing any draft picks, others requiring you to give up a pick based on the round the player was originally drafted. Knowing these rules is essential for your strategy. Next, you should calculate the keeper value relative to the draft cost. This means looking at a player's current average draft position and comparing it to the round you would lose to keep him. For instance, if a player is valued as a second-round pick but you only lose a sixth-round pick, that is a strong value. On the flip side, keeping a player who costs more than he is worth can hurt your team. When selecting keepers, prioritize players with upside and long-term potential. Younger players often have more productive years ahead. Look for those who might break out due to improved team situations, like a new quarterback or a bigger role. While upside is important, don't forget about proven talent. Established players who consistently perform well can be great keepers, especially if you can keep them at a reasonable cost. Avoid reaching for rookies unless their potential is worth the risk. Consider the value of different positions. Running backs and wide receivers often hold the most fantasy value. However, scarcity at positions like tight end or quarterback can make certain players more valuable. Adjust your strategy based on your league settings, such as Superflex or tight end premium formats. Using advanced tools can also help you make informed decisions. Keeper calculators and value-based drafting metrics allow you to quantify keeper options by factoring in draft costs and projected points. This can help you make more objective choices. Evaluate the context of your team and the injury history of players. Those on strong offenses or with stable roles are generally safer bets. Be cautious with players who have a history of injuries, as they can be riskier to keep. As you prepare to finalize your keepers, list all candidates and assign them a value based on their projected draft cost savings and expected production. Compare players by calculating their keeper value, which is the difference between their expected draft position and the pick you must give up. Focus on keepers that provide the greatest positive value and have multi-year upside. Avoid sacrificing early-round picks unless the player's projected output justifies it. Keep an eye on off-season moves and preseason developments that could affect player value. Be flexible and ready to adjust your keeper choices as new information comes in. The best fantasy football keepers are those that offer high value relative to their draft cost and fit well within your team's long-term strategy. Balancing upside, age, positional scarcity, and cost is key to building a competitive team year after year.